You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Freetonians, dirty must go. And just like how for property rates and business license, FCC not the deal with cash, the service providers themselves on behalf of FCC not the deal with cash. So for you dirty must go, if you did any sign of Freetown except the Central Business District when at Block 6, you did use the Smart Cities app. If you didn't at Block 6, you did use the Dirty Box app. Dirty must go, cashless.
City castle and they want
The world, they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things they happen, but waiting actually you they look for. Interesting story then in the social media where they shape your life. So, not waiting they happen at the problem, but how it they affect you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we they bring you the real story them behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them, to see them where they happen to we every day. We they dig deep, ask the hard question them but then story here. Join the conversation with me and my panelists them. 12 o'clock every Wednesday now all the Liberty Online TV platform them. The world, they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things they happen, but waiting actually you they look for. Interesting story then in the social media where they shape your life. So, not waiting they happen at the problem, but how it they affect you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we they bring you the real story them behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them, to see them where they happen to we every day. We they dig deep, ask the hard question them but then story here. Join the conversation with me and my panelists them. 12 o'clock every Wednesday now all the Liberty Online TV platform them. The world they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things they happen, but waiting actually you they look for. Interesting story then at the social media where they shape your life. So, not waiting they happen at the problem, but how it affects you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we they bring you the real story them behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them, to see them where they happen to we every day. We they dig deep, ask the hard question them but then story here. Join the conversation with me and my panelists them. 12 o'clock every Wednesday now all the Liberty Online TV platform them.
The first edition of the breakfast show will come to you from Liberty Online Television. Today on Monday the 13th July 2026. We will bring to this Monday edition. My name is Alex Lawrence Kogoma.
Online TV, and this now a brand new week. As we all know, Salon they host big stranger them from the West African region. President Bio they host the mid-years ECOWAS summit. Outside the meetings they don't begin. Outside they talk about the economic issues them now the ECOWAS region, and heads of states them get for come from the region. Big strangers then they not tongue, but it better on a lunge no more than tap, because Freetown right now lights no day, water no day, good roads no day. So what really President Biogo and can showcase to the stranger there, especially the phases was see now the fly of the heads of states the way they come. When you go to their own country them, it's better off than Freetown. Well, some of the country they may don't go. I don't know for the one them where not go it like Ghana. Oh my God, Accra. You know, compare Accra and Freetown, but Entina Lunge then they stop. I should say yesterday I see Honorable Abdulkar will post the video say they mobilize the young people them for let them go clean Lunge city, because I didn't call Lunge now a city.
And so then they can't come or they don't begin another conference or start yesterday.
Okay.
Well, not heads of state or ministers. Other people discuss different things. So, not only looking for fine Freetown for the last night. Sadly, me begin to send me a message. Daddy, call it, sir. I was like, okay, wait, let me call them.
Somebody I says that don't take the lights. They don't send and go Lunge. Outside the ECOWAS meeting they happen.
Something after they go down though. They stop for do anything.
What kind of generator they go take now?
They not go. They go down past cable, because then the I call this thing. They don't say then they put 10 megawatts solar. If you're not forthcoming, then go don't draw cable somewhere, maybe Lonsa or Poloko and just suffer away for nothing. For till no even know for.
Well, we can look at this summit, waiting at the importance where it gets, how we go benefit Salone as a country. We don't see so many conversation around the ECOWAS summit, especially we campaign the money we involve, most governments willing for spend for host this particular summit, and waiting at some of the economic benefits them where it gets to honor the citizens them. Whose kind impact this go create? Well, President Bill is currently the chairman of ECOWAS, so maybe it just one can show in compared of states them in your country where it govern, how it govern them. And how happy the people them where they govern them be. Maybe that's some of the things then this where President Bill one can showcase. Well, we're gonna forget the Minister of Foreign Affairs, we go can take we through some of the benefits, and we'll go look at the economic implications. But today we just start the conversation. As you now know, throughout this week is about ECOWAS Summit. So we go look at them in a different fold. And this morning we get somebody with an economist and also a politician, and he say he vie for the position of flag bearer now the All People's Congress APC party, but not there this morning in that capacity. He believes say the money where government they use for put for this ECOWAS summit, so if we don't use them for other things them, like for pay teachers they would on the year so many times the teacher they don't they come out even and they threaten strike action because of the school subsidies where government can give to the schools when they come on time. Teachers them don't they say there were increase of salary. Teacher don't they concern about their welfare. Well, for this studio guest when an economist they believes a government for don't utilize that money they for make sure say the teachers they happy, give water to citizens them, give sustainable electricity, give good roads to citizens them, rather than hosting the ECOWAS summit where then they spend plenty couple. Well, at the studio this morning, we start the conversation with Dr. Victor A. Davis, where they aspire for be a flag bearer for the All People's Congress, but again, they are in the capacity as an economist. Then later, as we all know, the APC still gets issues around the constituency elections where suppose for to happen from the 4th of July. But let me postpone them because of petitions where let me care go na PPRC where some aggrieved group them where been get some issues from the ward election. Let me go PPRC don't look inside them petition there, and PPRC don't give new directive. And some other set of the APC they again they say this current executive they deliberately delay for all the elections there. Let them not get new executive. But if you not remember the first directive with PPRC give an extension of 6 months, whereby August 28th, the 6 months go elapse. So it will be the fate of this new executive. Then they go back na PPRC, then go ask for extension. What are the laws saying? All of this we can discuss inside this edition of the Breakfast Show. With now the fate of the APC, then go able to go into convention this year, then go able to get a flag bearer. Next year, as we all know, serious politics they begin at Salone. Well, these are all of the issues that we'll get inside the Breakfast Show this morning. But they start to the ECOWAS Summit, and they start with the studio guest, Dr. Davis. Good morning.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning, Alex.
Welcome to the Breakfast Show. As I don't tell we viewers them, big strangers then they not tongue. His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Madabi, we double as the ECOWAS chairman, they host the ECOWAS Summit. Where governments they prepare for now. We all see the preparation where they happen na Lunge. Outside this girl for happen, they build a whole new Julius Madabi Center, hotels, and a lot of things them they happen na Lunge. Currently, now we look at how important this summit be to President Bill as the chair and the government and people of Sierra Leone. From your own perspective.
From my own perspective, ECOWAS not really that important like had it be in the past. It don't lose importance over the past few years. We see say some countries that don't left ECOWAS. We see Niger, they're three French-speaking countries there. Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. So ECOWAS they strive for gain relevance now. And I think waiting more important is the cost where this summit involved. It's not wrong for host a summit, but not just the cost we involved for go build a whole new city, as they call them, or complex, where I believe say after the 2 days or 3 days, it could just drop and they're not going to use that much anymore.
Look at the area of relevance where you talk about. Say ECOWAS lost relevance. What if it's not the elements that were responsible for that?
Part of the reason is that some of the countries countries in the left ECOWAS, 3 countries on left ECOWAS, then French-speaking countries there, and they being left because they staged coups and ECOWAS imposed sanctions and then decide to say they will go their own way. They're not going to accept the ECOWAS decision. And also, the credibility of other countries, the elections, they in doubt. Like Salon, so with 2023 elections, we lack credibility, it been rigged. And elections that other ECOWAS countries are also they in doubt. Even Nigeria, there were widespread allegations that they rigged the election. So we heads of states then are ECOWAS, then credibility they at stake.
So you feel say one of the challenges we ECOWAS get now election credibility, getting free and fair elections.
Exactly. That's not it.
One of the mandates for ECOWAS now for support economic integration, peace, security, and other issues affecting ECOWAS states them. You feel say the organization over the years not only meet to some of the requirements and the way they be set?
Well, West African countries, they not really integrate much economically. For travel among West African countries or between West African countries, sometimes even more expensive than for travel from West Africa, for go Europe or even for go America. Like for travel from Salon to Abuja, for example, where the headquarters of ECOWAS, it costs over $2,000 just for an economy ticket. For go America, it costs less than that.
What's in again? What's in the factors and if it's responsible?
Well, we not get domestic airlines them much within the region, and maybe the demand for travel within the region is a bit low, and so we not get direct flights. So for travel between most West African countries, you get for do 2, 3, 4 connections, would increase the cost.
So if it's then they affect the operations of ECOWAS.
That are just an example of the wider operations of ECOWAS in terms of in the economic field is that the countries that are ECOWAS, they not get that much for trade with one another right now. And that are the same for the whole of Africa, because we all produce more or less the same thing. Apart from we get some countries where they produce oil, others than they import oil. But other than that, almost all ECOWAS countries and agricultural countries, they get minerals most of them they produce, but then they export them to other countries, then to Asia, to Europe and North America. Now they're able to process their minerals. Then
Doc, in office see the world all over, then organization I don't they lost value not only ECOWAS, because look at the EU, the Brexit will be happening, England come out, believe so they have to happen. And obviously the world they reach to a level where countries and just believe say for stand up for self. Those are some of the factors where they affect ECOWAS.
To an extent, yes, but ECOWAS problems begin before that. I think the main reason we made the global organizations then they lost relevance, like I don't say now, because maybe the administration at the US really they withdraw from some of them from their global institutions there, and they play less of a role than they play before. So now that's not the main reason.
If you say ECOWAS go able to make headway with all some of them, see how they happen. So if you say in the next few years ECOWAS will able to survive.
Then go able for survival. I think the key thing where ECOWAS need for do now for restore credible elections, for make sure say the member countries hold credible and transparent, free and fair elections.
I don't go able to do that in the way many people they question like what you say, the current chairman for ECOWAS election also questionable. people them way they within have ECOWAS country them out of the region. They question some of the leaders. If you say that go possible,
That na a big guess. I can't. I hope say it go possible there, but there is no guarantee that it go possible, like you say. I think then decisions and it left to the individual countries. Then some countries don't make progress, though. I think Ghana don't make quite good progress with democracy and holding free and fair elections.
We see like one of the countries that they host most of the ECOWAS offices in Nigeria. Within Nigeria itself gets issues in terms of security. How you would describe ECOWAS response to conflict issues, because they don't send troops in asylum Liberia and other side them. When it comes to Nigeria, where, for example, the shooting that happen, this kidnapping, the terrorism and all that, ECOWAS seem for the give blind eye and other kind of. What if it's responsible for the thing?
ECOWAS only effective in small countries, for intervening in small countries like Salone, like Liberia. But Nigeria is alone bigger than the rest of ECOWAS. So they're not going to intervene in Nigeria. The other countries are not able to send troops to be able to make any impact on Nigeria.
So of the institution here, so when you look at the setup, we get advantage and disadvantage for certain countries. And some they do them for get hold of certain countries, then you forget control over them. If you see the same with ECOWAS,
I don't see that push there for influence or for control over other countries that much in ECOWAS, like in some other big organizations. Them.
Why they lost? Why they not get that rank? Why they not get that?
Well, I do think that if I understand your question right, that no one country not try for influence the others. That's my question.
Yes, yeah.
Well, it's good because if everybody kind of get equal influence. I know they say that everybody in ECOWAS get all member countries then get equally influence, but if find way we know they see one country they try for just dominate the others. Of course, Nigeria are the biggest country, so a dominant, but that kind of neo-colonial push where we see in some other organizations, them I know they see.
We see the control way like the United States gets now organization them around the world, like the UN and other organization them. Them so powerful. Look as recently see the US president and FIFA, some of the things them way they even go against the FIFA principles, but you see that Nigeria for play that same role within ECOWAS, gets influence over some countries and some leaders.
No, I don't think say we go want to let Nigeria play that role. ECOWAS comprised of maybe 13 or 14 member countries then now, and every country to as much as possible for get equal influence. Not find where one country dominates or they try for bully the other countries then. No tell well.
Let's talk about the summit, Doc. Khadija asked you earlier on at this time, economically, looking at the country economic state, looking at how Salone there is funds internally and external debt, and internal debt also there. If you say at this time, Salone really, or we need such events?
We can host a summit without building all that presidential complex and all anything and they wouldn't build. We can host a summit if that's all we need for host a summit. We can go on with existing facilities or refurbishing of their facilities. We not need. Sorry, go ahead.
Let me talk about the figures, Doc. According to waiting the government of Sierra Leone announced, they're sitting they spend $86 million, then an additional $15 million where they come out from contribution from member states just for host this summit. And we look at the cost breakdown and the infrastructure estimates. Hosting this particular conference, the total budget they go to the direct host country operational contribution, he estimated to $34 million. Looking at the state of the Sierra Leone economy, this injecting it to the economy, you know, things in a huge boost?
I'm not sure if they're going to inject most of the money into the economy. Even the people where they build the complex, where then they host the summit, Nalunge, Now they import most of them, they bring most of them from abroad. So the money they go out. So I don't really see much of a boost to the economy from all activities than they.
You say most of the people in na foreigner them, but the longer outside infrastructure could be most of the young people and they get job for do now because of this infrastructure where they go up na lunge.
They will get job maybe for 1 month, 2 months. Then I just lunge. What about the rest of the 8 million people that live in a salon? The huge unemployment problem where the country they face, it will continue. That maybe 1 or 200 jobs that they will create for 1 or 2 months, not go make any big impact nationally.
Why are you frowning at this project?
The frown at spending so much money for host the project, for host the summit. And not the frown at the summit in self. As I didn't say, we can hold the summit without spending all that kind of money there.
The Lunge project, the broader infrastructural project, they cost an estimated amount of $124 million. And after this summit, the infrastructure they left there, Salon go they get a capacity now for host bigger summits them, where go they bring income, because if then people here they come, then they contribute to the income of the state.
After Salon, I doubt whether Salon will be able for the host or going to attract more conferences after this conference.
Why?
For travel, Canada Salon is terribly expensive. People that prefer, even Sierra Leoneans, will they abroad or will they Salon, will want to go abroad. They prefer for go through Guinea, for just go abroad, for go England, America or wherever, than for pass through Lunge, because it's so expensive. Salon are the only country where in the world where we know of where you get everything and call a security fee. I know say they don't suspend them, but they plan for in states and back. When you don't buy your tickets, you don't spend all your money, then you land at the country, then they ask you for pay security fee back. There are so many things the way they hold up investment and development as Salon way. For go building and then Lunge not go change anything. I think I fear that after the Lunge this summit, this ECOWAS summit, their building and go just left empty.
Now, there's another side of the conversation, whether this infrastructural development where they go on na Lunge, na fully government funded or structure, or na via a PPP agreement.
Well, whether not government funded, whether not PPP, I don't see them as a priority. If we want, we can do other things when a priority, through the same means, either PPP or other means of funding. Now, the question of priority.
The last time according to history, where Salon host then can be conference and during the term of Pashaki era. Nine Salon host this kind of big conference in the country. Now, President Bio, according to his spokespeople, then they say he wants to leave a legacy as a sitting ECOWAS chair. He bring in colleagues, head of states, them for to host the ECOWAS Media Summit.
Well, the legacy we would see now, a legacy of a country where they perceive as a drug trafficking hub. The legacy what they see in a legacy of a society where so many people that they take drugs, young people that they take drugs because they not get woke. The legacy what they see in a legacy of suffering, a legacy of hardship, a legacy of people of a situation where people are not get woke, where best people and just suffering all over the land. And that kind of legacy they fear say they left.
For you believe say this money for don't channel into paying the teachers, paying the nurses, where you say then they work for free.
That's just an example of the more pressing needs they will get, we will not address. We get many other needs, of course. That's one way. Anyway, that one way than the way for use the money. We get, as you know, I think you've been the top about electricity just now, even the capital city, electricity now there, water supply now there, the roads them first. So these are all the more pressing needs that we need for address first.
Doc, we see all this government believes say one, this go boost tourism. this will also boost the country in terms of credibility, in terms of respect. Many people will believe, say, Salona is a safe place for leaders, for business people. In particular, the one they can forget economic forum. And obviously, all this, it can greatly impact the country.
The best way for boost credibility in this country and for fight drug trafficking. Now we all know, so we get this thing hanging over Salon, say the country they host a convicted drug lord. I think so that then kind of issues that they first will address if one for boost credibility. The country don't lose all credibility because of these drugs.
Bringing president them from the adjoining office and they
for
go change the narrative.
Go back, then we still get this drug stigma over we.
Government still say they not confirm say this person in the country.
Whether I confirm or not, but the stigma hang over the country.
So if they say you not get, then how you want to let them improve, say the
not just the drug lord, not the issue, but there is also the issue of Sierra Leone serving as a drug trafficking hub. Look all then shipments of cocaine where they catch when originates
the authority, for example, the ports don't continue for show evidence for sure, so not to add in they load them, you know they pass through with ports, they pass through with airports. People just believe so most of the NTR so now they just want for anger in the country because Salon is a small country.
So why all of a sudden them decide for hang all NTR and Salon? When Salon not been getting that kind of stigma there, that kind of reputation there, that negative reputation, they're waiting happen overnight where the world done grab and decide say therefore hang them to happen Salon. Then the explanation in there for me na childish explanation.
Doc, you one for say you political parties for they be when them drugs be the happen, drugs should be the happen at this country, the United States, one of the strong economy in the world. Also the battle drug issues. If you say this government will just take that now as one of the biggest problems, we then continue for sure so then they make effort for tap all into the happen at the country.
Well, I don't believe say the government they make any efforts, or may not they see the effort what the government they make for stop renting in the country. I mean, as I say, we don't get two recent shipments of cocaine where at least the international press they show say they originate from Sierra Leone. We own youth them where they take the drugs. And also
some of these shipments again, like could say them come here, but ports are not even for show proof say not common at the port.
You sure say they show proof for them just claim say not common at the port.
They don't show videos evidence where something not will make. But for example, like me don't see videos evidence for sure say the boats come here, it load, it go without any substance.
But then they show you moments in time. Within that period of time,
the port.
Yeah, like just moments in time they show you.
Throughout,
they'll be able to show you. You're able to see every single minute, every single second of the time where that boat they've been there at the port.
Every time for the 5 days or so, you'll be
able to see that.
Throughout the video, waiting at the port and all that.
But we not see that video.
So not it's all in an effort to government in the make.
I don't think so. I know. To me, I don't see any credible evidence.
Even the could show the citra but could not see government not able for make some effort now we make some reduction that take place.
But even if not true, for argument's sake, say reduction that take place, but it's still very high. It's still not good enough. The standard or the amount of kush, the amount of the degree of drugs we they see in the society, it's still not good enough. So we're not for sit back and say then they make effort and okay.
Government official and they say yes, it's true, but every country or every government they get challenged. So then they say I'm like this national concern where everybody for put an and fight.
Well, we all put an that make we all they talk. No, the issue is not that people are not put an. We all put an. In fact, now the pressure from the public that make even the government begin to say they do some of them.
So enough is such engagement. Then summit has to go help for clear our land. They make more people engage.
Summit not get. They can't discuss one or two general things. As I say, the ECOWAS not really get any impact much on the ground. Not at the reality. It's sad, but at the reality. So they'll come and discuss a few things, make a few statements, resolutions, and.
So if it's not waste money.
Well, that amount of money there, I would say, for a better level spend per other thing.
You say it better for spend at other things, Tim. Now we look at the boost into the local businesses and opportunities where local business then they get, because hosting that summit day suppliers them of food, printing, ICT materials, gets for Gona Lunge. Yesterday, alongside the Minister of Information post pictures of preparedness, the people that we go on board, and these are local people them. And if this boost they go into the local businesses, you know, things say now a big boost for them.
That same money there, I think we can still boost local businesses to an even bigger extent if we spend them on more priority areas.
But this a priority for small businesses.
No, but
because then they get business now, they get work now, and I even tell you earlier, say even the locals, them, the young people in Alungi, they're fully engaged now because they see most of them engage in cleaning projects, most of them engage in the infrastructure projects
involved compared to the population of Sierra Leone. That's not a very tiny proportion of the population of Sierra Leone. That a very tiny proportion of the labor force we will benefit from this project. That's not the point. Yes, some people will go benefit. Some people will go find decoration and all, go maybe employ them at the restaurants, etc. But the impact is minimal compared to the entire population. When you look at a whole country here, and over time, not for just a few days or 1 week or 1 month employment, we're looking at the things over the long run.
Doc, part of this summit, you can't forget the economic summits where then they bring in investor them, discuss economic possibilities, discuss investment possibilities, discuss many other things where then go able to see how they can come and invest in this country. So recently, the president engaged some people like the owner of UBA, Dangote, and other investor them. You know, if you say all this, now for open the gateway for make investor income.
Open the gateway, we know we get fixed electricity for one. Fix the airport. First of all, the airport is how it is, frankly, inaccessible to the capital, largely inaccessible to the capital, and very costly, as I say, for travel can Salone. People that know can do business at Salone where electricity not fixed, where credible investors are no come when this drug stigma hang over the country. And all the when the business environment so bad, the judiciary not independent. These are the things that we for fix.
But see, I believe say the conference not a bad idea. Now the infrastructure will go
involved. You can do all that because we get international obligation as a member of ECOWAS. Yes. Before they take part in the conference.
But bringing president, you earlier talk, you make mention of access to Freetown challenge.
Yes.
How you allow for the host, then leaders and looking at the facilities again.
We don't address not a one-day business this. We don't address with basic problems that this country they face. One of the basic problems there is that we airport not accessible. Then not to that moment day where you are host the conference, you will begin member that day, and then you go locate the conference center over there. After that, then that same center they become inaccessible to the capital. So we need for really think long term. That's alone. Really for develop this country, not to then one day quick fix solutions, then they go work.
You see this like a quick fix?
Just a fix for the summit.
What if government is saying for the user center enough for the activities?
Whose activity they go on a salon way they're going to use it for? For the countries that we really get, the economy or the benefits or the much from conference centers, and the countries that like Kenya, Ghana, etc. Because then get accessible airports, then get infrastructure, then get all the things that will make people want to go host conferences then they.
But when you talk to somebody else, he will tell you, say, this they expose Salon to international visibility because the potential there for host more bigger conferences like waiting Dr. Kandeyum Kela the host sometimes in November this year. This they expose Sierra Leone for be one of the touristic destination them, especially for investment and tourism if this center continue for the operations after the summit.
But this center, I not see any link between the center and tourism in the first place. Where tourists then kind of not to center and they go. Where tourists then
for
kind of
host other international conferences.
Yes,
Salon
as I
will be
say,
a destination.
No, be a
We
destination.
don't see country they like South Africa. Then they host bigger conferences like Cape Town, Johannesburg, Pretoria, with a massive infrastructures we then get it. So if Sierra Leone they get this kind of infrastructure, hosting a regional conference, it will be an opener to other regional conferences for let alone they host them, where this go bring a boost into the economy.
As I say, one of the biggest constraints for even travel can Salon are the costs. It's very costly for travel can Salon, and it still remain costly. That this conference not go change for travel can Salon.
Other country they expensive as
But
well
more
for
expensive. No, yeah, this more expensive. A lot more expensive than other countries. Them, as if you wait to make people in the past go to Guinea for can Salon rather than fly to Lunge, because it's very expensive for can Salon for travel to into and out of Salon. So the problems them way we need for address for let we country become attractive as a destination, be it for tourism, for conferences or whatever, we still not address that. This conference here go or this summit will address the electricity, water supply, and all.
So what is your argument really?
My argument is this: not the amount of money we will spend or wouldn't they spend, it not justifiable in the sense that we get other priorities then we not then move for the address first. Then one, then two, the problems of this country. If I think long term, if I think of development, from the day as a government, from the day we come into office, if I begin the plan, not to 8 years into office, you say, okay, hey, I go build a conference center in Alonge for hosts. When you come into office, you begin the plan from that moment. They say, yes, these are the challenges where the country they face. The country they face this electricity challenge, water challenge. The country gets an airport way very expensive for travel to. You begin to address them from that moment. Then, when you over time, things will change. The country will become more attractive as a destination. Employment, you will be able to create employment, etc., etc. And even talking about employment, what are the constraints to employment? Besides the constraints to employment as alone, one, the business environment is very hostile. For do business. There's a lot of corruption going on. Where anybody who want to do business, you will tell you about that. The kind of pass where you get for pass and bribes where you get for pay. That are one. Two, the legal infrastructure is poor. The judiciary is not independent. So people are afraid for do business. There are so many cases of fraud ways and you can't do business and they fraud you. Then that will just discourage you. And you're going to court, the case will take years for result. These are just some examples of the things that we'll need for address for let this country develop. If I think development, now this country, not to think but one conference at a time. If I think long-term development, for solve the long-term problems that the country they face.
You're an economist.
Yes.
Sierra Leone spending $186 million just for host this conference. Mm-hmm. Looking at the maths, the figures, who side this they left the state of the economy after the conference?
It could likely left the state of the economy in more debt. It could likely mean already they will get for that money they go mean that they don't take money from other sources for spend on the conference. They talked the other day in another program about the fuel situation. The government don't actually raise taxes on fuel and use the war in Iran as an excuse, as a cover for raise taxes. So these are the impact, because nothing is free. That money they wouldn't spend at that conference, they get for FENAM. And sometimes I've prudent now we had in the FENAM by raising taxes on fuel. So now ordinary people then they pay the price. So I don't see any net benefit for the country.
Right, the program you watch at the breakfast show they come to you from Liberty Online Television, and at the studio we get Dr. Davis, we now one party flag bearer aspirant them for the All People's Congress. But this morning they also they talk as economists. They question the ECOWAS summit where this the government they plan for us this week, and some other conference already starts yesterday. I've been to Mani, and till Friday now we get the of state seminar Lungi. But Doc, with all this, don't look at the economic impact for you. You just believe say not to nade for don't do am.
No, I believe say the norm need for them be law lengthen, and if at all the one for host the conference.
But if you see all of the hosts, let me ask you less what the facility will get for hosting people in there. So it means not to now therefore do.
So you can see that's one way of looking at it. You can look at them from that point of view there.
So that day, looking at the current available facility they will get, and the hosting of the conference, what type of position on that?
As I've been say, for me, we for think long term. If we get for host the conference, if we don't see say 5 years from now we get for host that conference, then not to that moment, not to like 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, if we don't think so for host that conference then.
So you feel say right now not timely?
Not timely for build that kind of them facilities than they for host the conference.
What about the hosting of the conference?
Well, if like you say, it's not possible for host them without building the facilities, then it's not timely for host them.
Because look at what we hotels them will get. You earlier you make mention of access to Freetown from the airport. It's challenging. Not to every leader want for sit on watch out for cross. You know, these are all issues.
Yeah.
So with all available element that I don't make, which I stand with the hosting of the conference.
For me, if as a leader, if I think of hosting a conference like that, I will begin to remember how many school picking them will go without lunch. I will begin to remember how that will impact the school subsidy to schools. How many hospitals then will go without drugs? I will begin to remember how many teachers then will go without salary. We'll get them teacher the video on people don't get salary. I'll begin to remember how many nurses then will go without salary. Then I'll weigh them up. I'll weigh up the two and take a decision in the interest of the country first and foremost.
So for you, not timely.
Not timely in that sense, yes.
As an economist, this summit and the money where the country get for spend, it go get any burden on the national budget?
Well, yes, because they come from the national budget, and as I say, they get for spend the money. Somehow, money not just they drop from the sky, and we don't see, for example, and don't increase the price of fuel. So even when the war in Iran done, at least when it cease, and the price of fuel go back in the international market to what it may be before the start of the war. So that is around $72 a barrel for crude oil. But the government alone then keep the price at 33 leons per liter, when before the war the price was 28 leons 50 cents. So these are ways and means by which then they play around and spend the money for. I know they say specifically for this summit, but now so then they spend, then they raise taxes, raise money for spend generally.
But they will also tell you say they continue for pay salaries to teachers, military and police officers and other civil servants them. In office, say government need those taxes also for able to run the state.
Well, they need any government need tax, of course. Now maybe Saudi Arabia and there are some other countries and they raise tax. But you get for use the money, the taxes, in the interest of the people.
And that not only happen.
I know they see that they happen. Yes.
Why?
Because I know they see most of the spending with they undertake now, wasteful spending. I don't talk about foreign travel, for example. Now move away from the summit. Foreign travel, all man on the top about the foreign travel, how there is so much foreign travel, unnecessary foreign travel going on. The government itself large. There are so many ministers, and there are over 30 ministers. Now a small country like Salon, there are so many presidential appointees. All would not need all hand.
But when they say with the opposition, they say the same thing. One go one for Senate because one the opposition for Senate. If one come, one go add more.
I did talk as an individual, I did talk as a person, and not come for represent the party, and that's you can say. Mm-hmm. Yes, I did give you my own professional view and waiting me go do as a leader.
If tomorrow you get the opportunity, yes, one go and for say, you can do more for even add more ministers.
No, me go actually say, when I become president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, I will get a cabinet size of less than 20 ministers.
How you go down?
Because you don't need 20 ministers.
When you get an environment full of politics, you get supporters around you.
That is where the strong leadership comes in. That is they distinguish a good leader from a bad leader.
But over the years, we don't get good leaders. But they continue for give me big cabinets there.
Well, me they tell you about my own plan, my own government work form. And I tell you about others.
Economic management, I go describe the bio-led government.
The economy don't deteriorate under this present administration. In 2017, for take an example, the salary of a primary school teacher, he go able to buy 5 bags of rice with that salary day. Right now, the salary of a primary school teacher, you go only able to buy 2.5 bags of rice. That's just simple example for show you how cost of living don't increase and welfare don't deteriorate.
It is a possibility for economic change in terms of improvement.
The possibility for economic change will come about when you get a leadership. We go take the tough decisions then for fix the problems in this country. And that kind of a leadership they provide. We go provide.
And also the possibility under this leadership.
No, the path, the direction is downward.
But like it go now, it gets like 2 years more for like go.
Yes.
Enough you say it's one for left more legacy.
Well, I think a matter of a question for him, I forgot ask him.
No, because economy, you not done the work, you the project.
Yes.
You don't see certain things the way the positive movie will say is.
Well, I don't already say for me the direction where they see in a downward direction.
You know, they see any possibility for improvement.
I know they see it.
But then we also say maybe in the next few months the mining sector go boom past. So after the summit we'll get more invested and more kind of the country. Government they work now for improve on the energy sector by that not project to the gun will count 200 megawatts and other project them stable electricity go there. You know, if you say with all this projection, better go in the next 6 to 4 more months for come.
Even when you do the right policies or implement the right policies, the right economic policies, it take time for them to take effect. So I'm not saying to do the right thing, but even if not the right thing you implement, it take time. Because when people can invest, that investment before you begin the pay off or before you reach maturity, it will take them 10 to 3 years or more, depending on the type of investment.
You don't believe they do the right thing?
I don't believe so as a whole they do the right thing. I think the first way they go for tackle at this country, the immediate problem that they face at this country are drugs. The domestic consumption of drugs and the use of Sierra Leone as a drug trafficking hub.
All right. All right. Well, that's now Victor A.B. Davis, in an economist. Today, this morning, they talk about the ECOWAS summit where President Bioko host this week as the ECOWAS chairman. They bring in colleagues, head of state them, na the Julius Maada Bio Lunge International Conference Center for host the media ECOWAS summit. Well, for Doc, I believe say the $86 million plus additional $15 million where they come out from member states as their own contribution. Government for the use for pay teachers, for pay nurse system where he believes say they work for free, and he said this not a wise economic decision. Well, that's the economic explanation to it. And we don't forget the Minister of foreign affairs, we go can't tell we government their own perspective. Why is it now? Now the time this way President Bill they host the ECOWAS summit. Or they can go now into another segment. Also they can look at the All People's Congress APC party. If now don't they follow the issue, they don't deny the PPRC back to back as they be supposed for all the constituency elections. Wait for me the second phase of the activity them, as you know, then they try for going to the National Delegates Conference, who said then they go get a flag bearer for lead them into the 2028 elections. But the APC don't look stuck from the world election, because since they don't hold the lower level election, they're not able to do the constituency elections yet, because different people are gonna PPRC with petition, even though the internal complaints board that the party don't look inside the petition there. Well, last week the PPRC been give them new directives again, and some other set of people they still get issues. Well, they can't look inside that issue day. From there they talk to Sasco manager. Inside last week Friday, we talk to the winner of House of Stars. We make some comments them where Sasco manager not happy with, anyone for respond to them comments then they. So not go no way. Let's take this short break. We'll come when they can look at the APC the internal struggle.
The world they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things they happen, but waiting actually you they look for. Interesting story then at the social media where they shape your life. So, not waiting they happen at the problem, but how it affects you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we they bring you the real story them behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them, to see them where they happen so we every day. We they dig deep, ask the hard question them but then story here. Join the conversation with me and my panelists them. 12 o'clock every Wednesday now all the Liberty Online TV platform them. The world they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things they happen, but waiting actually you they look for. Interesting story then at the social media where they shape your life. So, not waiting they happen at the problem, but how it affects you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we they bring you the real story them behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them, to see them where they happen so we every day. We they dig deep, ask the hard question them but then story here. Join the conversation with me and my panelists them. 12 o'clock every Wednesday now.
Welcome back from The Economist. We can talk about the ECOWAS summit and concerns that we get now. The quoting Khadija said earlier on when they go to the APC. By my market today, na senior member of the APC and now one party people they want for be national publicity secretary for the All People's Congress ahead of the election or the camp. But it get concerns them where you believe says some things so they gone from the APC, from the PPRC and all that. So that's what bring on this morning for you and concerning. A very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning and thanks for having me.
Right, we start today. You get concerns about the extension way PPRC give to the current executive, and you believe they violate some aspects of the constitution. Take me through what are these concerns.
All right. So, in the first place, thank you for getting me on the program. I'm sorry for appear late, but this country is governed by laws. And institutions will also they form or within the form or create or establish, they also get the laws that we govern them. And so the APC party is no exception. So for the national constitution, 1991 constitution, article 35(2) say the internal organization of a political party shall conform to democratic principles, and its aims and objectives, purposes and programs shall not contravene or be inconsistent with any provisions of this constitution, which is the national constitution. That is it. Now, when you come to the APC, Article 5 established the supremacy of the APC constitution, and very clear and unambiguous. The reason why they do that, now for let you know, say, as a Sierra Leonean, you know big past the national constitution. As a member of the party you say you belong, you know big past the party in constitution. Now I make them they do that. For creating safeguards here, so somebody not wake up one morning and just do things there anyhow. So we therefore able to respect both the national constitution as well as the party constitution who shall belong. So Article 5 clearly tells you see, that the supremacy of the party constitution is a subject to the provisions of the Constitution of Sierra Leone and other existing national laws. This constitution shall be supreme, and its provision shall have binding force on all members, organs, and other bodies of the party. That is it. Inside the same constitution, Article 52 tells you see, the executive of the APC party, all of them, they get 3 years. Then at the 10. After 3 years, then for step aside, forget a national delegates conference. Okay. And so, if that is the case, this particular current executive, then 10, will be expire February 18. Before that date day, Honorable Almami Kamara and Honorable Ibrahim Bulu come to the PPRC as a whistleblower and say, hey, then people at the time, it expire on the 18th. What thing they want to do? They don't get right for carry on, because inside we constitution, the APC 2022 constitution, nothing on the inside we say, therefore extend their time, except in situations of special and emergency situations, and they spell them out, which constitute, which you call special and emergency situation inside the constitution. Gazette number 184, what's the go read up? Now 5 things. Say 1, if the country they at war. 2, the death of presidential candidates. 3, if the country gets disease, like corona or Ebola. 4, when there is a coup d'etat. And 5, when civil unrest day. None of them were not happening at the country. So that part of the constitution there, you cannot invoke it for extend your time. Under normal circumstances, a party will face the kind of situation and they, you get what you call the elders council within the party, where they describe inside the constitution as the conscience of the party. You would invoke their conscience and call other stakeholders. Nala ukansi domba. Before we go before somebody can wear any side for anything we go get for do wrong, what you for do now don't reach. Constitutions are not set on stone. The people then they get constitution. The party get a cadre of leadership. And I can discuss at that level and arrive at what you for do. Simple, plain, and straightforward. That is all we are asking for. If you did not do that, and you request an extension from the PPRC, even when you know your constitution not get them, you go against your very constitution. The PPRC Article 39.5, where they rely on, is not strong enough for you not give the authority. Alex, Khadija, now you there, where the executive sector, now at least I watch the program, I get it on the phone, I watch it this morning back, where you ask them, we're waiting different with the APC. Now I say the SLPP then gets another constitution. Now I make will be able to grant them the 6-month extension. The APC then not get a court areas inside the constitution. I was very impressed. We support a statement with me. He said we not get the authority as PPRC for grant extension to any political party if they not get another constitution. The only reason why SLPP enjoy that benefit is because they get it. So if we not get it as APC, internal arrangements then are be necessary for let's get to Usa and Fugu. But each time you blow the whistle on things them way they go wrong, then brand you say, you now one point one they will not let the party, or now SLPP plant you inside APC for fed the party. I mean ridiculous.
But
so that is where we are.
This 6 months extension, according to the PPRC directives, we then begin to this current executive, they elapsed in August 28 or so.
I understand.
And up till now, the party not able to forget a way around conducting even the constituency elections way for be next. And una still they complain about this decision where the PPRC been take. Usai una see una self heading to as a party.
Good. So from what you just state, and I'm glad you come with that point, you don't see everything way wrong about what did not happen. Keep in mind, we had 3 years. This executive get 3 years for lead we to a national delegates conference. Now, all of them things the way they happen so now. Petition after the lower level elections for the ward. Elections them. Some of them things and they will point them out when the rules then come out. Still, people then go ahead and do the wrong things. So you cannot blame the people the way they bring the issues them out, say what you not they do so wrong, and left the one then way no say what they do so wrong and still do one. Not so me one. A lot of petitions say no, they deal with so at just ward lower level elections. Now they think about going to constituency elections, Khadija, where perhaps get more challenges past even the ward. And me not a magician, but I cannot sit here and promise you that objections or petitions are not will come out of them one and day again, because obviously things are going to happen again where people will feel the need for go to the party, IEC, independent elections complete board, IECB or the PPRC. So when we practice for do things them right, it go fine. Like you an example of that. Me and I been draw the attention of the party. All right, a petition say after the rules come out say the time, the 7 days for notify people them, but the elections or whatever it is not enough. Let them increase them. I say also the locations. Let it not be saying just the secretariat, they determine the locations. Let it be in consultation with the people already around there for whose elections will take place. Important, Khadija, because if the secretariat decide for choose a location, na Kabbalah, for example, na Saiway near to Bangbani Bush, for example, and the very day of the elections, the Bangbani, they come out. You don't disenfranchise who are not a member of the Bangbani because then obviously run away. So let it be in contact with the people and who they say, yeah, so it's safer for all of us. Well, it be happy. But the McGee will be agree on 10 days instead of 7. Still, when they publish the what they call the final, now 7 days still they inside. Well, in fairness to the chairman of the PPRC, he called me and say, yeah, now an oversight. But we will not agree on 10 days, but we will tell them for they make sure say they maintain the 10 days. Well, I don't know if they are even maintaining that 10 days. But these are just some of the tiny things them where can happen, where people then they bring issues them forward, where they cause the delay. Now, when you bring issues forward, they say you delay the party. But now because you not do the right thing, make the delay they happen. So let us look at that also because it's important.
You know, one of the people them where you comrades them, now the APC, don't they point finger at say, they bring all of the issues there because when I get a flag bearer aspirant where they support. And this individual, now one feels say not in the good books of this current executive. That is why you are raising all of these issues. And the Honorable Mami and Honorable Bundu will go with this issue na PPRC, where they complain up till now, say PPRC not give them a ruling, we feel disadvantaged by that. Then they align them to other flag bearers them within the party and when at the same camps on all day. This issue of camps, you believe they affect the APC currently?
No, it is the issue of not doing the right things and doing things right. Now, 2 different things. You may think you're doing the right things by saying, "Let's go ahead and get elections. Let's go ahead no more, whatever happens." But doing things right is making sure that when you make that election, there's somebody petition the outcome. That's doing things right. So let us put aside affiliations or whatever it is, but you don't still think say if something is wrong, it's wrong, regardless of your affiliation to anybody. Mickey always say at the end of the day, when the APC decide through the delegates as to who that become the flag bearer, that becomes our flag bearer. I'm not tied to somebody per se. In 2023, when Dr. Samuel Kamano even when I was with Chief Samsmana, I went to my village. I spent 1 month, 2 weeks there. Visit all the villages for make sure say Dr. Samora win. And we win there for him. That's APC in me, not an individual. If at the end of the day, APC gets a short list and arrive at people outside of Chiefs and Smana, believe me, you can bet your life on it that I would go by it. Because it is not about the individual we are aligning, it's about who is going to win for us. So now we divorce that one day from the things that they bring forward because they are very legitimate. Because we are defending them and they're not able to defend the things that they bring forward. So why would they want to tie it to anybody where we affiliated with? Wrong, Khadija. I mean, they don't defend the things that will bring forward now. The PPRC not get a solid defense. Then they talk, say, the section 12D, where say they can do any other thing where go help for let things go right. Well, this is now one of the things they want to do, we no help things go right. Because the APC not get an constitution. So these are the things.
We start to, the 6 months to the Nigeria, almost they done now. Why now the fear say then we extend back the mandate of the executive?
So you see inside the directives, the second part, if you read that, second part tell you say, if the executive not complete what them for do by the end of the 6 months, the leader in the parliament of the APC, in concert with the parliamentarians from the 5 regions, for carry on with the affairs of the party. The PPRC has no authority or mandate for tell or decide what thing for happen to the APC after that 6 months illegal extension in first place, so they grant them. They don't have that. So you see, if you say you 39.5 give you that 6 months, will you still hold on to say a legitimate for give to a political party? What happens 6 months after that not get anything for do with you? It would have to be a matter for the party for decide. Now let me give you an example. The reason why they go back and forth with this now because now what you hate for do for let it not happen. Now it makes so. Taking a party to court. Where we say, oh, you will delay the party. But in 2005, now all in this country, where the individuals then take the party to court, the court step the executive aside in place of an interim body. We take the party to convention and we win in 2007. See that? In 2022, Alfred Peter Conte, NRM and everything, when they take the party to court, the court step the executive aside in place of an ITGC. We take we to convention. There had been precedents already, my brother. You see now? So this time, we don't want the person take a party to court for let the court go decide for we waiting for happen. Let us talk about it. Let us agree
So
that
if you say the party for Asian president and they for set up a body we go oversee the
no,
party.
the party no get and the constitution say them for create an interim body. But
Yeah.
we can
So
get an
for acting
agreement.
president then now.
We can get an agreement with the PPRC say this is how we want to proceed. Once it is a concerted thing, nobody no go object to
So
that.
obviously that same agreement the party they get to then get extension with
No,
PPRC.
it's not because nobody know before challenge them if not the agreement that will be get. Because at the PPRC they actually settled down to provide the names for set up that body day. When they come to the realization to say on both parts, the authority not there for let any extension happen, they ask them what you now want for do.
Well,
They suggest names.
Also again, forget the MP and for take over leadership. You know, if you say, because then they represent the people, you know, if you say that will give more advantage to us as a party than get the executive them or get a team where possibly will get different mind.
So it is not about what I feel, Alex. If you ask me personal opinion, now human beings then we most of them who I know, they're very competent. Abdukago and the rest of the others, they're competent people. You know, I have interacted with them. I mean, I have done things with them, so I find them for being competent. The AKKs, you Aaron, you name them, they're there. They're competent. We're talking about what is not provided for in our constitution. That's what I'm talking about here. Not to the incompetence and the challenge. These people can run a whole establishment. They are lawmakers. They're highly educated. They are very thorough in the things the way that they do sometimes, but this is about waiting no day inside a book owner all say.
What's provision the constitution make for a situation like this?
So that's the thing. What in the provision the constitution make is when the time expire, you take we to a national delegates conference.
But now they will tell you say the party still struggle. Till on a steady now on a lower levels election.
Alex, who is responsible for that?
But that's again the question if somebody go out for action at the membership.
No, who is
If you say
responsible for
the
that?
executive, the delay, causes delay.
Listen, we focus on things them issues then within the party for resolve inside one day, will allow ourselves for drag up to 5 years.
But most of the issues then they're not PPRC.
No, not to PPRC. Then start with the party first, Khadija. PPRC in the last side. We start with the party internal. They say before you go outside, it then at the constitution, you deal with the issues the inside first. So if you start with the NAC, when at the second highest decision making body, you go to the Elders Council. You come on at the Elders Council, you go to the grievance and appeals body. You don't exhaust internal mechanism. Now they then go tell chiefs and manners say, we're not able to solve the problem. You see that?
Is this centered around Chief Samson?
No, it is
because
not.
That is why I asked the question earlier.
But that
say if all of these an interest for a particular aspiring flag bearer
not at
candidate.
all, because I'm not even sitting here in the capacity of whatever I've been a Chief Samson in the aspiration. I'm not. I'm here in my capacity as a fully registered, paid up, honorary executive member of the APC party. And somebody who they look forward to aspiring for national publicity secretary. But I want to make sure by the time we get there, they'll be convinced the executive why they can't join. Now one way they uphold the tenets of the constitution, we guide we all. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Current executive don't constantly they violate on a constitution.
On certain things they already happen, yes.
Namely,
when things they don't bring forward. Even like this way they happen. So you don't go up to the time where you first step aside. You know that.
But this they're gonna PPRC. Now PPRC allow them. They don't do them in their own.
So that's what I'm saying.
And PPRC is the regulatory body.
If we have mechanisms, internal mechanisms. Now, if you go to the Constitution, section 12, I think, the Elders Council, it is the Khadija. The role. They say then are the conscience of the party. Now they for advice on things, then are they for mediate on disputes and all of that. That's why you have them there. Then put them there for a reason. Utilize them before you go outside the internal thing. So they no exhaust internal mechanisms, but they require the members them for do so when you get an issue. So that is what we have a problem with. When we set rules, and now they follow them. We expect for obey the rules. Now we want to follow the rules.
So outside the Elders Council BD, where this executive gonna PPRC, they're not able to call them as the conscience of the party where you say them be, they're not able to call them and say, guys, now this mechanism force on for the exhaust before going into the PPRC asking for a 6-month extension of a mandate.
Khadija, as I'm following up the issues of the APC, in all of the issues, they will get problems so now with. The Elders Council don't make attempts for mediate, for call the party. But as we all know, well, as I know, I don't say as we all know, as I know, as being an integral part of the APC, there are certain times when, for some reason, some people within the leadership just feel say they can do anything with impunity. That is where the problem is. That's where the problem. So the Elders Council really attempt. I know that because I don't witness 1 or 2 meetings with the Elders Council where then they attempt for look into some of these problems. So now they can know.
So this PPRC, the other committee they set up for investigate election issues, you feel saying that the executive responsible for all this until that happens, so people then get for go PPRC and seek for justice?
Well, the IEMC is an organ of the party under the secretariat. The National Secretary and they supervise their organs here. So if any of their organs then they fail in waiting them for do, now that one. Now the people then we react to waiting and do wrong, or now the one they wait for do the right things, let people then not react. So if they say now so thing for do in an election they not one. Now make people in the petition. And you see how they uphold the petitions. Most of them, they win the petitions. So it means if they're not being raised their voice, things that before just go the way out, you want the way set them, want them for go. This is the problem.
The executive, they do all this for make petition take problem, make people then just petition.
No, I don't know what they do, but what they're doing is wrong. That's what I'm trying to say.
Because if you know, say, if we go meeting 8 o'clock, they go 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Possibly you want for like delay the meeting. That's the reason I ask you with all this. For let them know say this for put in place. People will go against that. People get for go petition. The last time we get some, even now with this registration list and all that.
I'll give a typical example. Bona, very recently. Honorable Usman Abdallah Tibo, now been National Deputy Secretary, not so as we know, before he resigned, where he say one for the flag bearer, not so. Quite recently, he writes to the IEMC, the organ, where they conduct the election, say, I'm not satisfied with A, B, and C. Can you address this issue? It not happen. Passway end up for going to PPRC. Remember, this is somebody who have been there at the executive. It draw the attention of an organ, say, when I look at this issue, where somebody don't say, I want to be Secretary General of a constituency, for example, and nobody not stand against them. Why one go conduct election for that person again? That person has to be declared duly elected or unopposed. Nobody not stand against them. But when they go check now the register of candidates, they see areas they will sign that one person be there where nobody not stand against them. They see names them inside. Would I put them there? Nami? Now Usman Abdallah Tibo put them inside there. So these are the things where they happen. We're wrong. If name not they we stand against this policy, why name for them now last minute for we determine?
We got ABS here last week and they say some of them things will happen. Some people and they will send manual or fill manual form. Some people deliberately delay for submitting form, then they after we don't go pay na bank. So later then go back and check the dynamic able for make no so supposed to be applied for this position and able for make a new list to them pull out.
Alex, it may be in desire for stand for constituency position and I don't make payment and I hold the form and not submit it. If you say right for
this street and cause the delay.
No, so what I'm saying here is a law is a law. When I don't put regulations, they don't favor one side and favor the other. If you miss the deadline of 30th April for submit everything we want for submit for let you contest for constituency position, you have missed the deadline. This is our point. Then excuses for favoritism. Oh, then we don't pay, but then late for bring them forms them. No consequence the one then way not submit the forms them on time. No can disadvantage the one way. In name be not that they say nobody not stand against that. These are the things where they happen, where not they all go well. And when you point them out, they say, oh, with the delay party.
With all this, you see the APC for done lower level just now.
Well, I'm not gonna say just now, but I know say we still get time for do whatever it is we want for do right, Alex. Remember say in 2023, maybe February we go convention, we will go get a flag bearer. June now get the elections. February, March, April, May, June.
But that's
5 months. No, I don't want to go into that because people in the we collect figures we believe say APC won or APC not win. Then I don't want to go into that because I don't have the figures, so I cannot sit here and I'm not a national publicity sector of the APC for defend that. But all I'm saying here is, Khadija, we have now August they come. We were supposed to get that NDC, you know they happen. As we don't see now, because now they look at the 18th of August, 18th of this month for going to constituency elections. We get district elections. We get regional elections. So all of those. So we're looking at hopefully by then October, maybe going to December. Within that time there. But even so, if that happen, we still have the whole of 2027.
So that period, would that chief say for the affairs of the party?
No, we will get there. Now this process, we will get there. By the time,
if they give solution now, they suggest how you feel see them for get a setup because people are suggest
if I can suggest 6 months. The BPRC, like I say, not get any authority or mandate for decide for the party what happens 6 months after. That 6 months don't cover the 39.5 what they still rely on say now you give them the mandate for extend. But what happens after 6 months, you don't have that leverage. You don't get the legs for stand on for.
So if you say the 6 months illegitimate.
So no, I'm saying it don't happen. But that's why I'm saying it is wrong. And we have to agree that it's wrong, but it don't happen. Right? But going forward, the party get mechanisms, internal mechanisms. Let us invoke them for the sake of sanity, for Christ's sake. This party business in doing things, they work. Call the relevant stakeholders, say, let's sit down. Let's agree on the way forward. It's simple. Nobody no want to stall this party here. Like putting any type of belief. If I stall the party, like how they affiliate me with Chief Soundsman, how you go win if I get for win? How JFK go win? How Adi Macaulay go win? How by Mahmoud go win? How any of the other ones go win? How?
You said the APC ready for take leadership come 2028.
Well, I'm hoping they are. Because that's my hope.
But this is not your political party.
Yes, but I'm hoping that they are ready. Because hopefully, between now and whenever, we're able done with all of this. We're able to see reason why we do the right things, then follow, get to the point to suppose for day and go to a national delegates conference. Because once we're able to get a flag bearer just now, we all are by instinct for rally around that flag bearer day. Because what we are looking forward to is winning. Who is going to win for the APC?
What do you foresee for the APC come August 28th? The 6 months mandate to PPRC being this executive, we go to elapse.
Well, I don't know because the APC cannot be predicted. I the hope say, if you ask me for what I the hope for, I the hope say by that time they were able to see the things in way don't go wrong so far, and be able in good conscience call the stakeholders, including the flag bearer aspirants, them when at the end of the day and again for go vote for let one pandemic be. Let them be part of those decisions. Say, okay, law agree, say this is the way forward. PPRC, now this we don't agree. PPRC now will go against any political party who don't say now this we want for do, now this we agree. As long as you don't violate any PPRC act or the national constitution. They're not going to say no, Khadija. It's us. Law agree, law sit down, law talk. Law say now this nine good for we as a political party, PPRC nine, now the way this whole one for follow, let nobody no question that process they again. Nobody no go no side. Not let anybody go now anybody in court. Because at the end of the day, whether we win or lose, it's just going to drag things backward. We don't want that. Now we could blow the whistle now. What has to be done, let it done now. So avoid people challenging. So when I just see we where they blow the whistle as the bad one, the people and they out their way for some reason just want for gather enough for let us say they stall the party. Not a we. So we need to try to prevent that. So let's do the right things for kill the spirits of the one and the one for go. Now any court for go.
If it's all until they happen, as a result, follow some people and continue for the position, or as a result, follow some people able forget certain candidates for flag bearer for lead the APC come 2028.
Since I don't get the evidence, it's difficult for accuse anybody say that not the reason why then see how they happen. I only hope say we all go get common sense for agree say some of the things that they happen, they're wrong, and therefore let us go back to the drawing board. Law agree on waiting for agree as a party and move forward. That's what I'm looking for.
You see the willingness from the current leadership?
Well, with a concerted effort, they may not have a choice. If all the people, all the stakeholders, them, keep in mind, they don't own the party. They lead the party. You know, it's just about like a country. President Bio, for example, is leading Sierra Leone, but he does not own Sierra Leone. He gets institutions, he gets people. So the same way with the APC, the one the day before, that is why we need begin for separate between the one the way they lead the party and the party itself. Because once you challenge anything where any one party to do wrong, they say you defect the party. This is what they have succeeded to do throughout. Say you defect the party. Not so the party are defect. Because me, now one which you call the party. I'm fighting the leadership when they do the right thing. That's it. Stop the party. Because they get only 3 years mandate. Once they step aside, another people and they come in. The one who be there tried, some of them not to they did now. And obviously, the one who did it now, not to they give all get for the day come 2028. That's just the order of life. So let we accept them as it is and move on.
Mr. Ture, you 3 years, almost 6 months where they don't there. I go assess the current executive and performance.
They face a lot of challenges, I would say. Some of them, I would say probably they drop the ball because they don't address them at a time where they're supposed to address those challenges and they affect the entire APC establishment. And in some areas, they do well. Their advocacy over things, government policies, against government policies, the way they believe say it's wrong, were not right. I see the publicity team, they out there, advocating and challenging some of the things the way them believe the government they do not right. So you cannot dismiss that as something way positive. They did what they had to do under the circumstances. So, but some of the challenges, they're surmountable. A challenge they will for them handle before this time. So, give or take, they get what they do right, and get what they do wrong. So on that basis, they make all for come together and agree on the way forward.
The challenges in a way you say they are based on capacity or based on negligence?
Well, I'm not going to be too abrasive for calling negligence, but I will say probably it's based on poor oversight. It's like something where you for pay attention to, maybe you not pay attention to them, may not be negligence. Understand? It may not be negligence. Sometimes you just not pay attention to them. And so, but if somebody draw your attention to them, listen and act on them. Yesterday, I get an opportunity for Sido to see the opportunity to say, why me not being, don't go to the party for some of the things I even object to. I say, all right, Tona, when the rules then come out, the National Secretary respond to me instead of call me and say, can't tell me about watching you see wrong pan this year where you they talk about so. He never did. When he respond to me, I respond to them back, say, I'm not satisfied with the response. Still no call, say, look, can sit down. Pass where the thing go PPRC.
The Secretariat does open to honor the membership then?
Of course.
Because we get Honorable Petito now back, Ambassador Petito a few days back. Instead write letters.
Yes.
Concerning still with actions. That's what they ask say. If they get them concern here, so see una for student talk, not look they happen. Una they get the atmosphere for discuss as party members.
Well, I think the party gets an issue or challenge on that for call members and say, okay, would they review they say A, B, and C? Can't make law understand by which is a problem. I think they get a problem with that.
So it means APC still a struggle for being democratic.
Give or take, you would say that. And that's what they try for there will not be. Because you know they win an election in that atmosphere.
They are the whole thing in a government neck in terms of democracy accountability.
Exactly my point.
So we go somebody going for qualify the statements of chief minister, other people go say the APC not serious.
No, I'm not going to say the APC not serious, and I'm not going to toe the line of chief minister for say the APC not serious. I will say the APC then they do things in certain times where no right where they need for address, but I would not say they're not serious.
Let me look at all of these issues where they happen inside a party. Now leadership failure lead on to this?
Well, usually, no matter how competent person be, when you supposed to do certain things within your area of jurisdiction and you not do one, the buck falls on you as the leader. Say, now you not do what you're supposed to do, therefore, you not provide the leadership. So in some of the issues that way don't happen, yes, the leadership not provide the kind of leadership we before avoid then kind of thing. So I would agree with you on some of the things today. But I can tell you that you have highly competent people within this administration. If you can't ban Buklanin, you can't ban exposure politically, they're there. I mean, like, you cannot challenge the political exposure of the late chairman, Honorable Minkalu Mansare. You cannot. I mean, on the inside politics for the longest time. Inside APC politics, particularly. Well, inside Salon politics, you cannot challenge the Ambassador Usman for the Ansane for the longest time we don't inside the APC politics. So maybe it's just not doing the right things. You cannot challenge African also ahead of the legal team. He's a highly accomplished lawyer. I mean, of several years of practice. You cannot challenge Latsana Dumbuya Esquire, where don't practice law over 20 years, don't work outside of this country, don't do all kinds of things. So you see, they are not. It's not incompetence. It's not.
So if you don't outline all of the expertise, there's still thing that we get for do with doing the right things that within the party we don't outline so they happen. Is it a deliberate effort?
Well, if somebody don't get the answer to why that's happening, I would say it's deliberate. Because why I say that? I look at some of the many legal things that we don't happen over the last 5 years. And I say, God, APC. To me, you know, which I know from 2012. We I don't kind of this country, where they look at the APC legal team. They have some of the finest lawyers in this country. UCFK attests to that. You know, JFK, Adi Macaulay, you know, Africanos, Lansana, where you name them, Boboka, but there's so many. When they get case, they get 50 of them.
But if all of them legal minds they are there within the party, when they cry for issues of whether it's produced on a constitution.
Now the point that's why they bring.
Is someone not doing the right thing?
That is the point I'm bringing. If all of them will get there, why are we even getting it wrong when it comes to legal matters? That has always been my question. Why? So maybe, which I can always say, either someone is not listening to them or they're not listening to someone within the leadership. That could be the problem.
You don't monitor the activities over the years around the executive, the lawyer, we call the legal team. You don't monitor the activities.
Well, for some of them, yes.
What's not your assessment?
Like I tell you, they are highly acclaimed lawyers. I mean, you cannot challenge the competence of lawyer Lansana Domwea because he don't practice law for 20 years or more.
In terms of supporting the party for doing the right thing, how do you assess them?
I assess and say, then drop the ball on that, and I cannot hide it from them. Then drop the ball, and that is my call. Where I don't always call and say, even when I can na social media, I can a platform like this, please, in the name of God, una read law. If I say anything, we're wrong. Challenge me on that so I not continue for misinform people. I have always thrown that challenge to them. Call me, say, hey, this year when you talk about so, according to law, now so it sounds so, you wrong. Believe me, I go hands off because me not read law, come on, I not read nobody law. Me not a lawyer. So I cannot claim to know anything about law. Now I understand and interpret what I read and understand. Then we go na school for that. Now then for call me say, BMT, what you they say so, you're not supported by law, now so it for be. That's what I expect from them. So we avoid all of this back and forth about constitution, about law, about everything. But it's not happening. It's not happening. So then drop the ball that side, if you ask me.
Now, heading to the new date of July 18th, where the Secretariat don't pull for all Una constituency elections. Una we get the underlining issues there, Una continue for call out. What Una they expect the Secretariat for do? Because if they go into the constituency elections, according to you, Una might experience bigger problems than waiting Una the face so now.
So as when they blow the whistle on some of the things that will go wrong within the ward lower level elections, would they expect and hope say, then we're able to pick some of them here who they draw the attention to and make sure say, then correct them before we go to the constituency elections, because na hot seat, the constituency elections. Now they all man the focus in right now. So we don't want Boku petitions there again because it will just delay the party more and more. More and more. And as the delay, now so the time they go. So if we do the right things and do things right, we will avoid many petitions. And if we avoid many petitions, we'll go back to the next stage. When at the district convention. They one and they not go take too much time because now 16 districts will get. Then the regional convention now 6 regions will get. The 5 regions within the country and then of course the diaspora. So that one they not too. Now this one, the constituency, I don't really need for do something for make sure say will not create anything we call unnecessary delay by the things all they do. When they say the law don't say put ballot box yonder, you take and you can go over yonder. You know, either deliberately or you just know one for follow rules.
Liberty TV don't talk to Honorable Mami. Come on, we start all of the issues there. Liberty TV don't talk to Honorable Bundo. And now you, Una all get similar concerns. We Una continue for the talk about Una the whistleblowers them. But it seems like the party is moving ahead with them planned activities. So the question I want to ask you, is somebody really listening to you guys?
Well, so it is not about them listening or not listening. It's about when that time comes, they are able to get you, Khadija, we sit on Ayaso for say, una way to BMT been talking that thing we have been hosting pandemic program. That alone would be enough for me. BMT been talk this. That alone would be enough for me. It's not about waiting the outcome be, whether it's good or bad. I want the let it be good. And I hope say then go do the right thing for let it be good. But at the end of the day, it's what you are going to say, what Alex is going to say, who be host BMT, been talk about this thing, and I don't happy so. That alone in itself, for me, is enough. Because we expect that it's not about the number of people and we bring the concerns. It's about the legitimacy of the concerns. And it could be one person. Akarija, it take one great person in America, a female, Rosa Parks, young lady, we enter the bus, we go sit down as outside and say they're not for sit down. Now white man in for sit down. Now in spark of the civil rights movement, we eventually at the end of the day, we will get Barack Obama for being black president, first black president ever in that country today. Everything has to start somewhere. Everything in this world, every great thing we don't succeed in the world, it starts on side, small. Then it come on. Not the number.
But others, if you are like not even getting recognition of the executive, neither the membership, because this issue don't they drag on and on and on. 6 months back, you are still here talking about the same issue. The executive don't move ahead. They are planning now for all the constituency elections. Wait for lead them to regional elections and then go to the national delegate conference.
Khadija, this is not about popularity contest or about winning support. It's about spelling out the things and way they go wrong. The APC grassroots way they mentioned over the years, they have been conscientized for belief say when you point out something where you say it wrong, now the party you defend. So this is what this will type of demystify. But I will tell you, say the silent majority of the grassroots will not they talk. Then they see them things here. And I cannot tell you how many people call me to say, let God help now. Because they create a culture within the APC such that when you oppose, you're an enemy of the party and they blacklist you. For some of the people, the way they run for elections now, for positions, if he just mistake and raise up anything, even when it is right, probably you don't get so. Even for the one that way petition, so they're probably blacklisted now. For any time when they get the opportunity for hit on them, they will do it. So that's the reason why the grassroots, you will not hear them raising their voices and yelling all over the place about things the way they go right or wrong. But the few of us we believe, say, after God, I don't rely on anybody for doing anything for me.
Is there any possibility for court case?
I cannot rule it out, but I wouldn't want that to happen, if you ask me. I no want that to happen.
If we see a case where after the 6 months done, then the PPRC ruling or directive then take place, we see the members of parliament, we see the party there too.
So on that day that the chairman go read the directives to Honorable Almami and Honorable Ibrahim Bondo, he promised them a ruling in 1 week. Who does that? Today, I know they give a ruling, no directives so they can read. What I'll give a ruling in 1 week. Today, don't be waiting. Who does that? From the 13th
of February. All this.
They get lapses in some of the things and way they happen inside my own political party, APC, I know. Even when you look at resources, the PPRC get a mandate for oversee political parties and for regulate the manner in which then they expend the money them where they can, because now people the money them. Now a court in this country order a forensic audit into the activities of financial activities of the APC. Court ordered forensic audit. The audit by Peter Kamare Farm produced a report. The PPRC get a copy of it. So this day, nobody from there knock off one. But that report, the report say, when we check all 8.5 billion loans, we able account for them. We not say they take more. We not say they give more.
Under this executive.
The past executive, not to this one. We not say they take more, but we just say we not able to see evidence of how they spend it. PPRC, now you roll down there, and then you get the representative of the Institute of Chartered Accountants there. He did it. Now, for that today, for them kind of financial misappropriation or whatever it is, for look into them. So this day, no comments from anybody. Okay, it not happen. Then the same judge gave a ruling. In that judgment, he include inside they say certain people they enlist they say we don't perpetually injunct them. They now for return to the positions where they previously hold. The PPRC, you get a copy of that judgment. Now, in a lower level elections, they go into so, Khadija, as you raise concern just now, for the constituencies. I can tell you there are constituency chairpersons will fall under that perpetual injunction there. And we're going to keep quiet until somebody can't just say, this man here will say he wins so. He's not supposed to even stand at the election in the first place. We're waiting. Why can't we as a party say, party, we will not want court business? You see this? Now this is the court they say. You not been constituency chairman at the time when they perpetually injunct you now. So forever and ever, Tabana, from thing, you're not supposed to return to that position again as chairman of the constituency. So therefore, step aside. Same with the district constituency, district chairperson system. Then they will fall under there. Same with the region. Then they will fall under there. But go wait just not say until when BMT talk like how they talk and so, or the time reach, somebody go na court say this person here, you're not supposed for the day. Who say it's a bad person? Why would not go address that now? Then get that list take Khadija. So of them people and they.
For you, somebody they listen, you go say it's easy for BMC for say all of these things, but from the executive then you end, it's not easier as you explain.
Khadija, what is the difficulty of you, the executive, protecting the party by saying that we like you? You're a very hard-working person, but the court who know able fet, we don't say you na one pound the one the way they perpetually injunct. Therefore, you're not supposed to run for this position again. Put you wrong for do that, Khadija. Then get that list of them people and they will be another executive at the time will fall under the perpetual injunction. The 132 constituency chairpersons, the 16 district chairpersons, and the 5 regional chairpersons. Then get that list there. If then they see them they elected and they run for that same kind of office, they know able to caution and say, hey, that injunction is there. This is not law, not to we, not able fetter. If we be able fetter, we'll say, we'll let you hardworking, carry on, but to not able.
So
why?
To explain, so the people are saying and they pamper the executive for do the thing them. Well, some of them believes in all right.
Why not say pamper and then drop the ball in waiting them for do for prevent some of them here? Because if a forensic audit don't come out say, now so team happy, you na PPRC, you get responsibility for find out through the representative, chartered accountants and say, Lord, look into this. Do another review of this thing. I love find out what happened. Yes, party leadership, what happened. When I can't answer to them questions here, but now so the report say. The same thing with the injunction, PPRC. When I not waiting until somebody go to una for go petition somebody where they injunct. When I draw the party their attention, say, hey, 132 constituency chairpersons at the time. Now the names that there were. When I get any one pound there, we want for run for the same position, they are not advised that person, they don't do so. Because it will fall short of this tier. What's wrong with that, Alex?
If you see people are saying they do the role they're supposed to play for political party them.
It's not about what I feel about the PPRC. I commend them for being established as an institution. I commend them for what they do. I'm pointing out the things and way they not do it.
With all the concerns here, one of the raised to the media for people and try for address them. If we go unaddressed and they move on to the next phase, when at the constituency elections, so till we reach to national delegate conference, we think will be on our next line of action.
No, it's not about our next line of action. If you go on like that, nobody no challenge them. It don't go on, so be it. We're just pointing out, say it wrong. And there's nothing wrong to point out, say, what did I be say wrong? Now for let it in record. For tomorrow we'll play this same video of this encounter here with me and you two, me on that so now today. We'll say, even talk and look at. Like I will get Olusegun. He own. Now my phone. You go there forever and ever. Say, look at. Not to me, highly accomplished somebody. Now ahead of the secretariat of the PPRC. Somebody where I find out but when a highly terrible individual. When all the mixed matters. A fine gentleman. Now you can and tell una. 3 days later, and they go give directives. After he don't come and tell the whole world, not to just because now everybody they watch you and the whole world. He tell the whole world saying this na the thing. The video there.
He keep say the evidence get for sure, you suspect say they get for the wrong thing again.
I know they expect them for doing the wrong things. I don't want them to do the wrong things, Alex. You don't ask me this question twice.
But you just believe
Me
it
want
to
them
man.
for do the right thing. But now I make they draw some of them things out that
But
don't do wrong.
some of them tell they draw to my get for use them as evidence, or get for talent, so we've been talking.
Well,
so you get the belief say with all what they see, the wrong thing get for happen.
well, now I make they keep the evidence so that tomorrow I go say, I've been telling now and I not listen. When I see me as bad person, but today look at her. You know, for example, so I can hate for drawing the example because where I mentioned James as man issue, all man they say, oh, it's report, but 5 years from 2020, Alex, now I don't go on radio and television. They point out, say this action won't have been taken at this time in 2020. Now he make this man qualify. But when we not a lawyer, nobody don't listen to me. Nobody not give me 10. Nobody not care for listening to me. But at the end of the day, 5 years later, now that the BPRC go say the same thing. We are saying, why don't they say throughout the 5 years? That's an example. So at least I'm justified in what I had said 5 years ago and continue for say up to the time of BPRC go say now so it be. So you go down and record say BMT been talking. I not say long act on a move, but I talk. At least all man knows say I've been talking.
As it is now, the executive not even willing for engagement on media. When you call them trying for bring the issues and then go say, okay, let them go PPRC for address the issues them. And the same PPRC, when they found that too, now the same PPRC una they blame for bring una usa una this so now. So what you una don't left with?
So you don't see the leadership thing will be asked for. You see the break in the leadership because the proper leadership no go act the way then they act so like how you say and so. Then go say, okay, this person don't say this thing 1 or 2 times. So until you don't understand, law call and law can correct them. Let for go and say that here because maybe you don't understand, law can make you understand. Have they ever done that? The answer is no. The worst thing you can ever do now for lay right to the party about anything, say you want an engagement. You know they get them. So what does that leave us? Now for let we come out on a platform like this, let the whole world know not to follow anybody do anything, no. But let them know more, let the people and know say that this time they go on. So that at the end of the day, tomorrow, you go make reference to the back. Say, I've been talking. That's all I'm doing. Not to follow anybody say now we win at the end of the day because we not listen to them. I don't let anybody. I want to let them listen to me, but I'm not really worried if they listen to me or not. But believe me, I have millions of people, hundreds of thousands where they listen to our program. Every time we air, those people pay attention to the things that we discuss now, and then they keep them. Then they verify. No, some lawyers them can call me today and say, believe me, BMT, me no ever get time for read the APC constitution. Now only when you go na radio or television and say something, now they check. They go check for prove you right or wrong. But what I check, they say and say, not so it be. Well, fine. So you see, that alone provide an education for that person. That's all I'm doing.
All right. Many thanks, BMT. We join me this morning for Can State on a concern the head of una constituency elections we're supposed to happen on the 18th of this month, when are just few days away from now. And I look forward to PPRC for continue for do the right thing, then for guide una through all of the una processes there. Many thanks for you joining me this morning. That's all the end this edition of the Breakfast Show. Many thanks to the technical team, Musa Sauko mining team. We support we for bringing this edition come to you. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say have a good day.
Mina Alex, I wish you a blessed day.
Freetonians, dirty must go. And just like how for property rates and business license, FCC not the deal with cash, the service providers themselves on behalf of FCC not the deal with cash. So for you dirty must go, if you did any sign of Freetown except the Central Business District when at Block 6, you use the Smart Cities app. If you didn't have Block 6, you did use the Dirty Box app. Dirty must go cashless.
Dirty must go. I said dirty must go. With a city castle and they want
Hello from Bullens, not dirty education. When you get your West container, all dirty now for container. Now so then you know say we are for pay West collection fee.
Dirty must go. I said dirty must go. With a city castle and they want
The world, they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things they happen, but waiting actually you they look for. Interesting story then at the social media where they shape your life. So, not waiting they happen at the problem, but how it affects you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we they bring you the real story them behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them, to see them where they happen so we every day. We they dig deep, ask the hard question them but then story here. Join the conversation with me and my panelists them. 12 o'clock every Wednesday now all the Liberty Online TV platform them.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.